Where's that spy tech hate at now? Where is that spy tech hate at now? Let's go. Salute to everybody here in the building, you guys. We got some more breaking news. I was trying to hold off. I don't want to step on my brother's toes. I know Wasted is live right now, but I had to pull up and talk with you guys, man. Nakobe Dean, Raider. Quay Walker, Raider. Malcolm Koonce, Raider. Kwity Paye, Raider. Spy Tech, you genius, you evil genius, you. This might be literally, bro, the best free agency period that I've ever seen as a Raider fan in my entire existence as a fan, man. Big day in Raider Nation, you guys. I am hyped about this. I am pumped about this. That linebacker group is brand new. We got Eichenberg, Lindenberg, Quay Walker. You know, I love Koonce in his 3-4. It's going to be interesting to see where they play him. And we got our guy, Nakobe Dean, you guys. Here we go. Tyler Linderbaum, 3 years, $81 million deal. Quay Walker, 3 years, $40.5 million deal. Nakobe Dean, 3 years, $36 million deal. Jalen Naylor, 3 years, 35. Kwity Paye, Spy Tech winning guy, his Michigan guy, a dude that really hasn't lived up to the hype as a pass rusher, but he plays the run really well. Hopefully, man, he'll get an opportunity to be one of those guys. I think he's really a pass rusher too. And we can go identify that number one guy here in the draft. We got Stokes back, 3 years, $30 million deal. Malcolm Koonce, our guy, comes back on a 1 year, $11 million deal, you guys. This is a new look Las Vegas Raiders football team. I am hyped. Oh my God, you guys, it's a whole new defense in a blink of an eye. Look, we still got some money to deal with right now as well. I want to look around. Does anyone have the updated salary cap? I was outside, you know, I was just getting my thoughts together, smoking a cigar, and I'm sitting here like, wow, back-to-back moves. Quay Walker, big move for this Raiders football team at the linebacker position. Still young. Him and Nakobe Dean, former Georgia teammates, both came out in the same draft class. This is an exciting day to be Raider fans, you guys. I know Max is probably sitting back right now and thinking, wow. And no knock to Max, man. Go out there and do your thing with Baltimore. But wow, this is major. Salute to my guy, Ant. Spy Tech's throwing around the bag in the last hour, picked up some good players, some really good players. I'm pumped about this, man. Salute to my guy, Just Zen, baby, with a $20 bomb. What a day, and we still got the whole fucking draft. Let's go. And the crazy thing is, Just Zen, baby, we're not even done with free agency just yet. I know we still got some money. We reached that threshold for sure because we've been spending like crazy. But think about this, man. He went out and identified a ton of needs and players that are really, really good at those positions of need. You know, again, man, Quay Walker, really young, you guys, 25 years old. This is a guy that's 6'4", 241, will fit right in with this 3-4 defense. Phenomenal pickup, 14 games last year, 5 passes defensed. You know, again, he hasn't really lived up to that first-round billing, but this is a perfect chance at 25, entering his second contract, to really start putting it all together. 2.5 sacks last season, 9 on his career, 469 combined tackles, 264 solo. You go to Nakobe Dean, right? The one knock on him is durability, right? I understand that, but I like the move. I think it was, 12 mil per, somewhere around that range. 10 games, 8 starts last season, a guy that can get after the quarterback. He had 4 sacks last season, 7.5 in his career up to this point, 3 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries. Look, man, this is a great great move to bring both these young guys in at the linebacker position. I am hyped. And again, Malcolm Koonce, he'll be healthy this upcoming season, you guys. Coming off that knee surgery, it was going to be a up and down season nonetheless, and he started to kind of put it all together there at the end of the season. Hopefully this pans out. I wanted Koonce back in the building. You bring him in, you bring in Kwity Paye, and now you can go really go look at adding another pass rusher there in the draft with all of the picks that we have. A full draft class, you guys, a full draft class. I am pumped, man. Get those questions in, you guys. Man, oh man, oh man. It is a great day. I can't even, this is insane. Salute to my guy, Adam. I appreciate you on becoming a member. If you guys want to become a member like my guy, Adam, or Atomic, my apologies, hit the link. It's pinned up top, man. Again, it helps us keep the lights on. Wipe them feet, you guys. Hit that subscribe button. We're almost to 30,000 subscribers because of you guys. You guys are amazing. I've seen a lot of fans saying Spy Tech should have been fired with Pete. Where y'all at? Exactly. I try to tell y'all about Spy Tech. Some of you guys were already hip to the fact that Spy Tech was one of them ones. But I'm saying this to the people that questioned John Spy Tech. I get last year, Pete Carroll, Geno Smith. I'm going to give last year, that's a mulligan. Because, again, they went for the big fish, Ben Johnson, Matthew Stafford. It didn't pan out. But, again, Spy Tech is absolutely cooking with grease right now. Salute to my guy Q in the building. You guys are cooking. Facts, my brother. And the thing is, we're still not done yet. Allays everyone on 3-year deals. And the thing that's great about this is that a lot of these contracts are designed where they're essentially 2-year deals. You can pay with the guaranteed money, you can get some of these contracts, most of these contracts out the way in the first 2 seasons. So if it doesn't pan out, you can move on. Nakobe Dean gets a chance to play with his former teammate, Quay Walker from Georgia. And also Nakobe gets a chance to reunite with his linebackers coach from Philly, who we just hired this offseason. Great move by the Raiders. This is absolutely crazy. No Dre Greenlaw, you guys. The injuries have caught up to him. There's a reason why Denver cut him. I have a real nagging suspicion that he'll probably return to the 49ers. He's been to a Super Bowl or 2 with them. I can see him potentially going back to Santa Clara and going back and being a 49er on the cheap. It would make sense. Him and Fred Warner are close. I can see him going back. But there's no reason to add another linebacker here in free agency. Just go into the draft. It's a deep class. Add some more bodies. But again, I'm still high on Tommy Eichenberg. And I know the Spy Tech like Lindenberg coming out of Minnesota, the 7th round pick. We have a ton of bodies in that room. This is a far cry, you guys, from the Landon Roberts, the Devin Whites, and the Jamal Adams of the world. This is a real linebacking core. Our second level of our defense just got so much better today with the signings of Quay and Nakobe Dean, man. I am hyped, man. Just in, baby. Don't forget as well, the Packers picked Quay with our first that we gave up for Devontae. Full circle. Woo! Talk that talk, just in, baby. Salute to my brother, man. Salute to Raider Bryce. Salute King Nation family. My guy. Dude, I'm hyped, brother. Salute to you. Let's effing go. Salute to my guy, Autumn Win Husker in the building. Salute to you on the $2 special. I appreciate you, brother. Dude, also just got 2 comp picks as well. Yes, another 4th and a 5th. We are cooking right now. We are cooking. For those who don't know what Du is talking about, it was just announced all the comp picks. We got 2 additional comp picks. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not. They were just revealed. They were already kind of set there. We didn't know what was really going to happen. I'm lying about having additional picks. Those picks are they were supposed to be there. We were thinking that we're going to get them, but now it's official that we are getting that 5th and that 4th round picks. So we have 3 4th round picks still. They did not add any more to what we have. So we still have 11 picks, I believe, 11 or 12 picks right now going into the draft. So my apologies. I didn't mean to get ahead of myself. We didn't get additional draft picks, comp picks. Those were already there. Those were the ones that we kind of had already labeled there that we've been doing these mock drafts with. They were already there, but it's just official now that we get those. Salute to Atomic. Love the dedication and the passion. I'm glad I found your channel and right on time with this new era. I'm also a fellow Bay Area transplant in the DFW. Hey, brother, we definitely got to do some Raider events here this year. Stay tuned. I'm working on some things with some other Raider guys out here. I know my boy Obi owns a seafood restaurant, another California guy. We're definitely going to be putting something in play out here in Dallas. I'll keep you posted, my brother. Salute to you. Salute to my guy, 9899. Spy Tech is cooking. Finally, a competent GM and head coach. Salute to my guy. And yeah, we still have some money, you guys. We can still go get a nose, potentially on the cheap. We can still go get a running back. We talked about Keaton Mitchell. He was just released from Baltimore. That would be a nice, second option behind Ashton Genty. I would love that. That would be a great move. Salute to my guy, Raider Bryce. I'm loving these linebackers, Linderbaum, plus the slot corner from the Bills. Yes, man, Teron Johnson, Sacramento native, I may add, Sheldon High School's own. I love it, man. Yes, we definitely need to add potentially another safety here. Brisker's still available. I don't know if they want to spend big money on that or if, they're still really high on Palomau. Shin has one more year left on his deal, but we still have some money here, you guys. We still have some money. I just don't know the exact sum. I need to look it up here. Salute to my guy, Bryce. Appreciate you, brother. Mississippi Raider, do we go get a veteran quarterback now? We can kind of wait on that. There's no real rush here. There's not really any major, big-time names out there that we can bring in. I mean, again, we talked about Flacco. We don't know where Kirk Cousins is going to end up. Will he go back to Minnesota or will they go the Kyler Murray route? I can't believe that Atlanta paid the minimum for Tua. It's like $1.3 million for the season. So that's kind of crazy. But again, there'll be some names out there. There's no real rush. We're building this team right now around our number one pick, which will be Fernando Mendoza come April. So we'll get one, Mississippi. But again, we still got some money to make it happen. We will get there when we need to. But I'm hyped, man. This Raiders football team is so crazy that a lot of us were really down, moving on from Max Crosby, our best player. But when you do these kind of things, it allows you to make these kind of moves. It frees you up some money. It allows you to really build your football team inside and out. And again, we're not done. We still got some trench work that we need to do on both sides of the football, defensive line, also maybe add another guard or potentially a tackle. Braden Smith is still available, you guys, the starting right tackle with the Colts. Elijah Vera Tucker is still out there as well. Stay tuned. Cap remaining about $40 million. CGR, I don't know if that is like right now with everything already off the books, but if we are, that's insane. $40 million. Do you know what you can do with that? We still have no, we could do some really good things here in the next few days through free agency. And I don't expect the Raiders to be done at all right now. And guess what? This also allows us to potentially go best player available at 14, whether that is an edge rusher. You're not going to need a corner now, bringing back Stokes and signing Teron Johnson. We got Darian Porter in year 2. Expect an edge rusher possibly or best player available. I wouldn't even be shocked if they said, let's not get a Cross or let's not go get a Jaquan Brisker. I wouldn't be mad at 14 if Emmanuel McNeil Warren is the pick there out of Toledo. I would love it. He can be a staple in that secondary for years to come. I think he is going to be the next big thing at the safety position as a DB. That would be a big name to keep an eye on. And if somehow, some way, Caleb Downs just possibly fell, it'd be absolute insanity, man. Could you imagine Caleb Downs and Fernando Mendoza in silver and black? It'd be crazy. Bryce, grateful for my first grandbaby. Came home today fully healthy. No, Bryce. Look, brother, congratulations to you and your family. I love that for you, bro. Please do not mention Derek Carr in this comment section. There's no reason for it. He is still, under contract with the Saints. If you want to go get him, you got to part ways with some draft capital. You do not want to have a distraction like that. And I'm not talking about Derek Carr personally. I'm just saying, again, you don't want to have a guy like that in the building with Fernando Mendoza. It makes no sense. DC, if he does come back, if he decides to come out of retirement and the Saints play ball, he'll end up elsewhere on another QB needy team. I would like him to go to Minnesota. I think that'd be a great fit for him. But I believe they're going to go the Kyler Murray route and bring him in here very, very soon. So stay tuned, you guys. I don't see where are you guys getting this $40 million from? Please let me know. Matter of fact, let me go look at Spot Track real quick. Let me look at this salary cap real quick. Salary cap 2026. Let me see if Spot Track is caught up. No, they're not, because they still have us at 110 right now. So they're so far off. Let me go to Over the Cap. Over the Cap has us at 111 still. There's no update on these websites just yet. Stay tuned though. I'm expecting for us to have at least a good chunk of change left in order to still round this roster out. And there's some really good names still available out there in free agency. Primos, my brother, man, SpyTech knew what he was doing with that Alice Kappa signing. Feels nice to have a GM. Still early, but I like what I'm seeing. Also, we still not Oh, yeah, I know, right? We're still not going to draft Mendoza because of O-line. I mean, what are we doing here? To all you naysayers and all you haters out there that were saying, why draft Mendoza when you have no O-line? Get the hell out of here, man. We just got the best center in this free agency period and one of the top centers in football. You know what I mean? And we're not done building up that O-line. And again, I still believe in Caleb, and I also believe in Charles Grant here in year 2. I think they're going to play a big piece of this offensive line moving forward. And then again, JPJ in year 3, if he can stay healthy, is going to be phenomenal. So I love it, man. Adams says trade down for Downs, in my opinion. I would love that. I would love that. I don't know what that would cost us, but now that we're bringing in so many players, valuable players at that, starters, Quay's going to start, Nakobe's going to start, Teron's going to start, Stokes is going to start. We're signing nothing but starters right now. Expect Naylor to be a guy that's going to get a ton of burn. He potentially can be a starter, especially with that contract they offer. I'm expecting Naylor to be a starter as well. So we're going to have some fun, man. We are going to have some fun. And Kwity Paye also will be a starter. He will be a starter. Not, necessarily a great pass rusher. I think he had 4 last year. I think the year prior he had 8.5. So he can get after the passer, but he plays the run at a high clip, which I really like about him. And again, he may look really good in this 3-4 system coming over from that 4-3 they were running in Indianapolis. I'm hyped about it. Salute to my guy. Hey, I wonder if we are giving all these 3-year contracts so we aren't tied to these free agents once Genty and Brock's extension happens. And could re-up Linderbaum. Linderbaum's going to be a Raider. Again, barring any injuries, God forbid, he is going to be a Raider probably the rest of his career. He has Raider written all over him. And again, yes, you got to free up some money at some point down the line. But next year we have a ton of cap space as well. So no worries, getting Brock locked in for the foreseeable future. We have the 5th-year option with him. And then down the line also we have the 5th-year option with Ashton Genty. Now, again, I don't know if they're going to, potentially do that. They can just extend them whenever their extensions come up. But again, we're going to be okay. And we don't have a ton of players that we have to extend here soon. So I love it, man. I love it. Kevin, he had a down year in coverage last year. I'm not going to sit here and act as though this guy was phenomenal in coverage by any means. There is a reason that he's a free agent. I'm not going to act as though Quay Walker is a major he's been a major player up to this point, but he's young. He's 25 years old, and he still has his full career ahead of him. This is only his 2nd contract. And again, coming over from Green Bay, he's going to have a chip on his shoulder. Got Nakobe Dean, his former teammate, in the building. This is going to be fun, man. These 2 guys with Rob Leonard coaching them up, absolute insanity. And I really believe that Kwity Paye is going to be a good football player as well for us, man. Real talk. Again, probably a number 2 pass rusher at best, but again, a guy that will only cost you $16 million per. Doesn't cost a lot of money there, in order to bring in the Kwity Paye. Look at the market. Look at what Adafio we got, from the Commanders. Insanity. Look what Boy Mafi got from Cincinnati. These guys got paid top dollar. So to bring in a guy with Kwity Paye getting $16 million per is beautiful. It's beautiful. DeMarcus, get your man's wasted. He said now it makes sense to pick. Come on, man. Come on, man. Telling you now, if he is available, which there's a very high chance that he won't be available, honestly, he's that kind of ball player. There's other teams that can use a wide receiver. Keep an eye on the Saints. Potentially keep an eye on the Rams there at 12, with Devontae's contract coming up. They may want to keep him in LA out there. Makes a ton of sense. But again, dog, I can't even think right now. I can't even think straight, bro. This is insanity. But if Lemon is there at 14, I am running to the podium and getting my guy. He can be a number 1 at the next level. I don't care if he's 5'11" and people look at him as just a slot receiver. I don't. The kid can play all over the place. Mekhi Lemon at 14, like your life depended on it. Salute the Diamond. Spy Cook. Let's effing go, nation. Great day. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What did Shaheed get? I didn't see it. Let me go look over at Twitter real quick. I didn't get a chance to see what okay, Seahawks are re-signing him. 3-year, $51 million deal. Wow. Okay. So again, he did want to remain in Seattle. Okay. Came out and their GM allowed him to enter free agency and kind of see what was out there. Makes a ton of sense for him to go back. Once they got that Super Bowl, he did say he would want to remain in Seattle. That's a good deal. 3-year, $51 for him. Ton of money, but Seattle has a ton of money. You know what I mean? And they have a ton of contracts that's going to be coming up here soon. They're going to have to pay big time, but that's a good deal for a guy that is an all-pro kick returner and, you know, a guy that can add a ton of value for you at the receiver position as well. So that's nice. Long-term deal. For those who didn't see, Rashid Shaheed, 3-year, $51 million deal. We got Jalen Naylor cheaper than that. So that's a great deal. Great deal for him. Salute to him. So it's my guy Love, man. Bill Romanowski will be at a Raiders sports bar in Sacramento for draft day. Much love to you and Wasted. Go Raiders. I got a chance to hang out with Bill Romanowski at the alumni party, man. He's a good dude. He's an intense dude, but he's a really, really good dude. Salute to my guy, man. And salute to my hometown of Sacramento as well. Spy is genius. He trades Max, who doesn't fit in a 3-4 system, to a Ravens team whose offense may continue to fade. Watch our 2027 first-round pick climb the board. Facts. Facts. You guys have to remember this, man. The Baltimore Ravens, and I'm not throwing this into the universe, even though, you know, our pick relies on Baltimore to struggle, right, and lose some games. But again, they're a Lamar Jackson injury away, Milo, like, honestly, from being a really bad football team. I know they brought back Snoop Huntley on a new deal, but again, Baltimore and Lamar has been nicked up. You know, he was nicked up last year, missed, you know, a ton of football. They're a Lamar Jackson injury away from potentially being a really bad football team, regardless of all the big names that they have on the defensive side of the football, the Derrick Henrys, Zay Flowers of the world. Again, you know, their O-line is going to be, you know, not the same. They just lost their anchor in Linderbaum at the center position. So I'm telling you this. I don't expect the Ravens to be crazy next year. Now, if they can stay healthy and if they really kill the draft, they have a really good GM. If they kill the draft, they can still be a good football team, but they have to protect Lamar Jackson. And Lamar Jackson has to protect himself. Don't go out there and play hero ball. You know, do what Todd Monken kind of got him going the year before last, was stay in the pocket a little bit more. Lamar is an underrated thrower. He can throw the football. He can make every throw. But again, he's dealt with injuries, and I don't know what he's going to look like out there with a new OC and a new head coach. So we'll see what that looks like. But again, Linderbaum is a major loss for that football team. I'm seeing a ton of Raven guys on Twitter and Instagram really, really down that they lost their anchor on that O-line. So, but crazy, man. This is a crazy, crazy day, man. Salute to my guy Fig. Every year I get excited, but this year feels legit. 100. Salute to my bro. Raiders, my guy. Kylo, yes. Again, when you look at the landscape of edge rushers and what they're getting paid right now, 11 million is a steal. I was thinking 9-10 million, somewhere in that range. For you to be able to pretty much get Kwity Paye and Malcolm Koonce, think about this. You're getting Malcolm Koonce and Kwity Paye, two guys for cheaper than what Carolina paid Phillips. You're getting Malcolm Koonce and Kwity Paye, two pass rushers, cheaper than what Carolina paid for Phillips coming over from Philadelphia. A guy that has not been, you know, what wasn't that very productive last year in terms of getting after the passer. I think he had 5 sacks last season. So again, Kwity Paye and Malcolm Koonce, cheaper, but a 1-year deal, 11 million. You love to see it. And I love that he's coming back home and, you know, he's going to fight for a new deal, you know, moving forward. I love it. If Koonce shows up and shows out, he'll get a nice extension. If not, you can allow him to enter free agency next year and move off of him. So this is it. I love it. I love it. The Ravens just lost Isaiah Likely. Yes, they knew they were losing him, though, JT. Once they re-signed Mark Andrews, I think, which was the wrong move. They should have brought Isaiah Likely back and let Andrews go. It made no sense. The writing was on the wall when they re-signed him. I think they made a massive mistake moving on from him and bringing back Mark Andrews, who's up there in age at this point. Trade next year's first for the Carter Georgia boys back. The thing is, Big, you just don't know where it is going to be. Could you imagine Baltimore shitting the bed next year and you trade your first for Jalen Carter and they end up drafting in the top 5 where you can potentially get a Jeremiah Smith or one of these, you know, pass rushers coming out in next year's class, which I think edge is going to be a big, big position of need next year. With those 2 firsts, if Baltimore shits the bed, you want to have that first round pick. I'm not trading the first for Jalen Carter. I'm a big Jalen Carter fan. I'll give him 2 seconds. I've said it multiple times. Give him 36 and give him our second next year and run it. If not, I'm not parting ways with with the first, because you also have to pay Jalen Carter. He's going to be paid one of the highest. It's going to be one of the highest paid defensive tackles in football. And I love Jalen Carter. After today, what is the worst group? Still the O-line? No, not at all. Possibly the safety position. Possibly. I know some people may say receiver because, you think that we don't have, they're not really big names in that core, the Trey Tuckers of the world, the Dantes, the Jack Beshes, and now Jalen Naylor. Some people would possibly say the receiver position, but I'm not going to say that because now we have Clint Kubiak, who's going to get the best out of all of them. I would possibly say the safety position. I think our second level of our defense is strong. I like Kwity Paye, and I like, bringing in Malcolm Koonce. But again, that's still not the strongest position there. We still need to add some defensive linemen. I'll go D-line and I'll go safety, personally. Salute to my guy, Stunner. Nigerian Prince, man, my guy. Appreciate you, brother. As always, man. Graphk, what up, fam? I've been trying not to get excited because of all the heartbreak we've seen, we've been through. But god damn, these moves making your boys start to believe again. Spy is out there going crazy. Salute to my guy, Prince, man. Appreciate you, man. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. Again, if you guys are not subscribed yet, what are y'all waiting on? Hit that subscribe button. Oh, Blankenship went to the Texans. Good move for them. He's going to be a baller out there with them if that's true. Nick Cross is still available as well. Definitely another name to monitor, to keep an eye on. Another kid coming over from Indianapolis, entering free agency. Would not be pissed off about that. Raiders for the win. Graphk, where do you have Woolen signing? I don't know. Tennessee beefed up that secondary, got added some new DBs out there. The Rams reloaded with Watson and McDuffie. I really don't know where Tariq fits right now and where he can go. Honestly, I really, truly don't. It's going to be interesting to see where he ends up landing, but I don't have him landing with the Raiders at all. We just read up Eric Stokes, just brought in Teron Johnson. We'll go add another body there through the draft. Ben, SpyTech is bringing us back a Super Bowl winning assistant GM. Let's just ride the wave. Talk that talk, Ben, my dog. Salute to JT. Ravens need a center. Trade JPJ for John Crosby. Salute to my guy. No, man. Now JPJ will be a top guard in the NFL next to Linderbaum and hopefully Colton Miller on the left side. Hopefully he's a left guard. I would love that. Let me see. So to my guy, he says, Graphk, you think Quay Walker is I do think he's a good player. I'm not going to say he's a great player. I'm not going to sit here and sell you that he's a former first-round pick, okay? And sometimes, new places bring new energy. And I'm hoping and praying that, in this 3-4 system out there in Vegas with Rob Leonard running the show, with him reuniting with Nakobe Dean out there, honestly, Ant, we do have to get our pass rush together. We got to be able to get after quarterbacks in order to make that second level, that make their lives a lot easier, right? But I think he's a good player. I'm not going to sell you on being a great player by any means, but again, he's only 25 years old. He's still really, really young. Koonce got $11 million for 1 year. $11 million for 1 year. I don't know how that contract is designed yet. It could be some incentives in there because of injury. To be determined. Stay tuned. Get Brisker or Cross and sign Braden Smith. That's an A+. Yeah, man. I'm keeping an eye on a few names moving forward. Braden Smith, and I believe his spot track has him, I believe, at like 12.5, 13 mil, somewhere in that range. So if we can get Braden Smith, that allows Charles Grant to develop a little bit more. You don't have to rush him out there to the right tackle position, which I am really high on. I'm really high on him. But again, I would love to bring him in. Salute to my guy Raider in the building. I'm still not confident in our pass. And you shouldn't. I mean, bro, we just lost Max Crosby. Kwity Paye is not going to be a superstar edge rusher. We know who Malcolm Koonce is at this point. Again, I think he's going to thrive in a 3-4. But again, Quay's going to be able to get after the quarterback. Nakobe's going to be able to get after the quarterback. I think the pass rush is going to be good. Not great, but good. But we do need to address, we got to bring in a top of the line pass rusher through the draft. You're not going to go out and get a Trey Hendrickson. You're not going to go get one of the, a big name guy like that to come in right now with what we got going on. It's just not going to happen. But address that. Go add 2 more bodies, in free agency, and let's run it. In the draft. Look at Seattle. Who was their top edge rusher, you guys? They had a multitude of pass rushers out there. You didn't really have one big name guy. You had, D-Law out there. You had a few other guys, Tank. You had Big Cat out there. But honestly, they didn't really have like a superstar pass rusher. They just had a bunch of good ball players, just a mix of good football players. And right now, I think that SpyTech is really putting that together with Kwity Paye, Koonce, and then N'Kobe and Quay. I like this, man. I really do. Graphk, after Linderbaum, who is your favorite signing today? It's N'Kobe Dean. It is. Oh, you know what? I love that we brought back Stokes, bro. I really love that we brought him back. I really do. I think Stokes was an A+, especially for the deal. 3 years, $30 million, and he wanted to be a Raider. I don't know if you guys are seeing all the videos. The Raiders are sharing. He wanted to be here. He did not want to go anywhere else. We got the deal done really quick with him. It'd be Eric Stokes probably or N'Kobe Dean, which I was really high on. I got every player that I've wanted up to this point, you guys. There's only 2 players that I was asking for, Elijah Vera Tucker or Braden Smith. I got every player that I wanted, and I think that Naylor is going to be a good football player for us. Autumn Wind, I think that Parham is going to cost too much money at this point, honestly. And we have a ton of guards. You got to let JPJ develop. You have to let Caleb develop. You possibly could move in Glaze. We've talked about that a ton at the guard spot. You know what I mean? So we have a ton of guys. You can bring Jordan Meredith back. What are we going to do with Laki Tassi down the line? Is he going to be a developmental guard for us? I don't think you need to go out there and pay a Parham. Well, I think he would fit in this new system like very well. And I think that Parham is a good football player. But again, I wouldn't, I think he's going to get paid some top money. Keep an eye on Tennessee with Dylan Parham. Again, the guy that drafted him is definitely out there helping make decisions out there, Ziegler. You said Linderbaum, full contract details are out. Where is it, you guys? You know what? Let me share this real quick. Who uploaded the Tom Pelissero. Let me bring this up real quick on screen for you guys. Salute again, man, to everybody here in the building, as always. Bears are re-signing tackle Braxton Jones to a 1-year deal. Cardinals have agreed with a 2-year deal with Kendrick Bourne. Okay, let me see. This is, oh, man. Come on. And salute to Drew, man, on becoming a member. I appreciate you, brother. Come on, man. $20 million signing bonus. 2026 salary, $10 million, fully guaranteed. 2027, $30 million salary, fully guaranteed. $21 million in 2028 salary, injury guaranteed. So there you go. That is insane right there. So a $20 million signing bonus, it looks like $10 million towards the cap this year. That is phenomenal. So it didn't cost us a crazy amount of money this upcoming season. I love the way SpyTech designed that deal. Wow. What do you think? Salute to Drew. I appreciate you, brother. I love this. I love it. I love the way they designed that deal. So dope. Kenny Pickett's a Panther, man. Salute to him, man. That's dope. Yeah, I'm excited to see what Tyree looks like too, Daniel. I keep forgetting, this sad to say, but we have Tyree Wilson, a former top 10 pick, still in the building as well. So I think that he's going to fit really, really good in what we're doing moving forward. So we have a laundry list of pass rushers. And then don't forget Brennan Jackson as well. Do not forget Brennan Jackson, you guys. Another guy that is still young, I think 26, somewhere around that range. He's a good football player. He's a very good football player. I'm telling you, remember Brennan Jackson. A guy that I believe he picked up off the waiver wire. I think SpyTech picked him up off the waiver wire last year. He went on the IR. Tell you, Brennan Jackson. Remember that name. Profit, yo, Graphk. Would you keep Tyree Wilson at this point? Yeah, why not? I mean, he's still under contract. Yuba City in the house. Hope to meet you in Sacktown soon. Salute to my brother, man. We got John Davis as well, Marvin, for sure. Definitely got him, another former first-round pick out of Kentucky. But yeah, there's no reason to move on from Tyree Wilson at all. I think that he's going to be very valuable to this defense moving on. And guess what, man? Max was his mentor. And I think that Tyree, if you could ever break out, this is the year to break out. We need a guy to step up and be that guy, right? And, Koonce has not been able to do that. We thought that he could be potentially a high-end 2 opposite of Max, but the injuries definitely hampered him from doing so. But I think that he's going to be a dog. I think Brendan Jackson and Tyree Wilson are both, and Koonce are going to thrive in this system. And then again, N'Kobe and Quay Walker. I mean, what are we doing here? Kwity Paye is going to be fun to watch in this system also. Look, man, Kwity, man, get me 6 sacks. Give me 6 or 7 sacks this season, and I'll be happy. I'll be happy. N'Kobe, Quay, Zamir, Bowers all together again. Well, I mean, Zamir is gone, but I hear you, X. I hear you, man. We definitely got a bunch of Georgia Bulldogs in the building. I know that Brock is definitely hella happy right now with the additions of Quay and N'Kobe, man. Glock, best free agency I've ever seen in forever. This is facts, my brother. Facts, man. Facts plus tags. Daniel says Tyree doesn't have to beat his man as much. Just be fucking humongous and strong. Talk that talk, my brother. Jay Smooth, Graphk, how do you feel about bringing in Taylor Rapp for a cheap deal? And is there any possibility, a chance we can trade up for Jeremiah Love? No. Jeremiah Love is not going to be a Raider, you guys. He will be probably a Titan. I really believe the Titans are going to take him top of the draft. Taylor Rapp, veteran, Buffalo. I mean, he'd be inexpensive, right? Played in 6 games last year, started in 6 games. I wouldn't be upset if we added him. 12 picks in his career, former Rams / Buffalo Bill. I wouldn't be against this if it's cheap. Let me see what his market value is. Market value. 3-year, $10 million. No, that's what he signed with Buffalo. So let me see. Doesn't really say what his value would be. But the last deal he signed would be a 3-year, $10.6 million deal. I wouldn't be upset. I mean, again, I would love to go add a Brisker. I would love it. I would love to go get Jaquan Brisker right now. I think that he would be great with this football team. What a first day of free agency. Spy Tech gets my respect. We're going to eat. Pause if necessary. OLV for life. Raider Nation for life. Salute to my guy, man. And again, you guys, let me show you guys the way all these contracts are designed. Let me go back to my page. Right here. Salute to Ari. Tyler Linderbaum, 3 years, $81 million. Quay Walker. So that's 3 years, $40.5. So what is that? You're just under 15 a year. That's a good deal for Quay. N'Kobe Dean, 3 years, $36 million. That does not cost you an arm and a leg. I thought that it would be cheaper than that. Honestly, I thought it was going to be somewhere in that 8 to 10 range, but I'll take it. Again, he's still young and he's very familiar with our new linebacker coach. And again, he has a sparring partner with Quay Walker. Naylor, 3 years, $35 million. Kwity Paye, 3 years, $48 million. Again, some people thought that was an overpay. It is not. When you look around the league right now and see what pass rushers are getting, this is an absolute steal. $16 million per is great. And then again, you have an out in that 3rd year. You pay him those first 2 years. I think it's 32 guaranteed, I believe. I think it's 32 guaranteed, somewhere around that range, 30 to 32. You can get out of that contract if it doesn't work out after year 2. Stokes, 3 years, $30 million. Koonce, 1 year, $11 million. And then again, the trade for Teron Johnson right there. Salute to my guy, Demon King, as well. Appreciate you, my brother. Salute to my guy. Sonny Weaver, Jr. equals John Spytek. Draft day scenario. Salute to my brother, 2-4 in the building, man. Always good to see my guy. We got almost 4,000 people here in the building. Get those likes up, you guys. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are not subscribed yet. Man, it is a great day to be a Raider, you guys. We are out there making moves. And again, we're not done yet. You still got Cross available at the safety position. Jaquan Brisker at the safety position. You can still add some value here at some positions of need. We can definitely add another safety to this group. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then again, there's still some O-line help potentially on the way with the Braden Smith at right tackle or an Elijah Vera Tucker. Still some intriguing prospects out there, and we still have some money to operate with. Now, again, I don't know. Is there any update, you guys? Do you guys see where we are in terms of salary cap? I want to see if there's anywhere that has, let me see. Look at the manual, A++++. Let me see. I'm trying to see. Nah, I don't see anything just yet. If you guys see any updates, please let me know. I want to see exactly where we are in terms of salary cap space moving forward. Who do you think the Eagles want for Carter? They want draft capital. Howie Roseman is a firm believer in building through the draft. Another mentor of John Spytek, he wants draft capital. I don't think he's worried too much about a player. He wants to get younger. He needs to save money. He doesn't want to take on contract. He wants to get rid of Carter so he doesn't have to pay him. So draft capital, and that starts with the first. I can see somebody possibly throwing a first and a third for Jalen Carter because he's just that good. But I'm not paying that personally. I'm just not. Available DTs around 30 years old, or which one to trade for. We're going to go over a lot of that. You know what we're going to do tomorrow, Big, is we're going to do a coffee and convo tomorrow and go over best available free agents left. And we'll definitely attack the defensive tackle group. And then we'll also look at the safeties as well as some O-line. Also, we can still use another running back here as well, Big. We need to add another running back in that group. Right now we have Ashton and we have Dylan Laube. And I think we have Chris Collier on the practice squad. We need some help there. And also we got to bring back we got a kicker. We got to get a kicker, right? You can do that through the draft, or you can bring back Carlson on an inexpensive deal, which I wouldn't be mad at. But we'll see. I'm kind of high on the Michigan kicker as well. So possibly you go through the draft and get you another kicker, but we'll see. So to Adam, Kwity Paye is my number 2 signing. He's 6'3", 270, ran one of the most ridiculous 6'3", 7'3" cones I've ever seen at his pro day. As a Husker fan, having to watch Salt and Pepper destroy our team, this is huge, a huge get and in a perfect scheme. Adam, my dog, man. Yes, I believe coming over from that 4-3, putting him in this 3-4, he's going to be really, really, really good, man. Salute to my guy, Adam Wynn. I appreciate you, brother. On the $20. That means a lot to me, man. Docs, is Carlson still a Raider, or do we need a kicker? Right now, he's a free agent. So again, we can bring him back in a heartbeat. It's not going to cost us a shit ton of money. But again, is Spytek, does he want to move on? Did he like what he's seen from Carlson? I know at the end of the year, Carlson's kind of started to get his shit together a little bit more. There was too many missed kicks for me, for my liking, last season. But again, you can really save some money there and go add you another kicker there through the draft, which I would not be upset about. Raiders, Ravens, and a wild card calling it. Okay, Mando, we kind of jumping the gun here, my brother. I don't want to talk about playoffs just yet, but look, we're gonna have a young football team. We're gonna have a year 1 rookie quarterback. It's gonna take some time to get to that point. But again, I like what they're doing. And again, what did I say, you guys? When you enter free agents, get a bunch of young guys. We're getting 25-year-olds. We're getting guys that are really, really young. Tyler Linderbaum, 25, and Quay Walker, and Nakobe Dean, and Jalen Naylor. A bunch of young guys that their potential is through the roof. We just got to be able to bring it out of them. And this is a great place to be able to do so because, again, we're in that rebuild youth movement kind of era. I love it, man. I think that some of these guys are going to really – I think it's going to click this year for some of these guys, like a Quay Walker. And Nakobe is a baller. He's a baller. But again, he has to stay healthy. If Nakobe can stay healthy, stud. AJ, after these free agent moves, Spytek is free to manipulate the draft board the way he wants. Spy is cooking. Facts, man. Because honestly, what now we're looking at what? We need a wide receiver 1. We have a ton of wide receivers in that group. But, can one of them step up to be a number 1? We shall see. But again, I really like Naylor. I think that he could possibly be a good football player for us. But that's why I'm all in on 14, potentially taking Lemon there. I would love it. I would love it. I really believe that he could be a number 1 option. He could be that JSN, that Amon St. Brown, for our Raiders moving forward. Honestly, real talk. And I know some people are saying, why would you do that when you can wait till next year for Jeremiah Smith? Well, there's 2 things can be true here, right? Yeah, maybe we're not, maybe it's not a foregone conclusion that we can get him next year. It's not for sure, right? But also, let's just say he is available. He's on a rookie deal. Lemon to be on a rookie deal. Bring them both in. I mean, overkill, right? You got Brock, you would have Jeremiah Smith, and then you would have Lemon. I mean, could you imagine that offense? Trey Tucker, a walk-in free agency. At that point, we'll see what we have with Besh and with my, with my guy Dante. But again, just because you get Lemon here, you think that you can't go double back and get another wide receiver next year if Jeremiah Smith is available to you? Shit. Shit. Hey, man, you're drafting a quarterback at number 1. Don't think for one moment that if this O-line can hold up and they're really good this year, that the Raiders won't pull the trigger and go add another phenomenal athlete in a Jeremiah Smith. Ghost, bro, if Dante locks in, and he's already locked in. I've spoken to the family. I've spoken to the team. My guy is, I believe, in Atlanta right now, training with a few other NFL players. He's already spoken to Clint Kubiak, you guys. Kubiak has said, I need you this year. Those are the words. I need you this year. I need you this year. Clint Kubiak has he has a plan with Dante Thornton moving forward. Let me just say that. And this is coming from the team. I'm telling you right now, and I maybe not supposed to say that, and I'll talk to Dante about it when he pulls up here in a few weeks on the show, but they have a plan with him. They have a plan. Kubiak really likes Dante Thornton. So we'll see what this thing looks like. Come training camp and then come week 1, what the real plan is with Dante. But again, Dante is young. He's a speedster, big body guy. He was in a bad situation last year, just like Jack Besh. He was Dante was forced into the starting lineup week 1. Again, let these guys develop a little bit, but with Kubiak in the mix, I really believe that they can get the best out of these guys moving forward. I'm a big Jack Besh and big Dante supporter. Rock with both of them heavy, man. So to my guy, Alex, my dog on the $5 smackaroonie. I appreciate you, my brother, so much. Salute to you. Britt, you could, right? You could, or you don't even have to do that. You could just take Lemon at 14, and then you could take Lee Hunter there at 36, which he should be available. I mean, he possibly could go, in the 20s somewhere if somebody pulls the trigger on the Texas Tech, defensive tackle. But again, he'll be available possibly there at 36, and the Raiders already met up with him. They're high on him. They met with him at the combine. So you can get Lee Hunter there at 36. Go get you Lemon at 14. Get you Lee Hunter there at at 36, and then after that, you don't even have to force going to get a linebacker. But let's just say somehow, some way, one of those, the Anthony Hills of the world, or the Jacob Rodriguez is dropped to the 3rd round, which I'm not saying it can happen, but I'm not saying it will happen, but it could happen. You can go overkill at the linebacker position. So we'll see what this thing looks like, man. Salute to my guy, 46, man, on a super sticker. I appreciate you, brother, so much. So to Alice, we have to be called the baby Raiders now. I love it, man. I love it. We're young. The thing is this. When is the last time, Alex, that we've seen an athletic young football team? Athletic. Like, we've been asking for years to have athletic linebackers. You bring in a guy like Quay Walker and Nakobe Dean, young athletes. I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped. This is going to be fun. We got a young athletic football team, and we haven't even hit the draft yet, which is crazy. Raider Nation for Life says, bring back Chasen. I think at this point, I don't know if they would do so after paying Malcolm Koonce and Kwity Paye, but you just never know, man. Maybe. He looked really good out there with New England. So we'll see what this thing looks like. Closer, Shaheed re-signed with the Seattle Seahawks. I believe it was 17, 18 million per. So he got a nice hefty deal to remain in Seattle. I think that honestly, and I could be off, this is just me just speaking my mind. I think that Shaheed probably thought the Raiders were going to come out and pay him a shit ton of money, in free agency. And I think once we went out and got Jalen Naylor, it was, let's get back to Seattle. I think that the GM said, go out there and see what's out there. And I think that he possibly thought, Kubiak's going to give me the bag. They got the money, no state tax. I can go to Vegas and follow my guy. And, when we brought Naylor, I think that the writing was on the wall there, so nice deal for him. Nice deal. 17 million per, 18 million per. Good deal for him, man. Quay is a tackling machine, 450 plus tackles in 4 years. Talk that talk, Mud. Talk. I'm excited, man. We're going to see what Quay looks like. Again, I'm not going to try and sell you as he's been a great football player up to this point, but I'm excited about the potential there. Former first-round guy, and a guy, again, that gets a chance to reunite with some of his former Bulldog teammates. I would love Emmanuel Neal Warren. Don't, hey, man, destroy the waste. That is my guy, bro. That if they took him at 14, I would not be upset at all, honestly. Yeah, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg for him. I don't see that happening big. Realistically, I think they go into the draft and find another wide receiver. There's no real names out there left in free agency that you can take a look at. And I don't know if they want to part ways with the draft capital with the draft. Now, I don't know what Jacksonville wants to do. Earlier, we said that, there was a report they're not moving them. Then another report came out that now they're fielding calls. I don't know what the hell they're doing with Brian Thomas Jr. I really, truly don't. But if you can bring him in, that's a true number one. I know he had a bad year last year, had some injuries and stuff. I think he only had like 700 yards receiving. But his rookie season, he almost had 1,300 yards receiving, had a shit ton of touchdowns. So I would love it. I could see the Giants possibly going out and trading for him and reuniting him with Malik Neighbors out there. I don't know if they go Carnell Tate now. They possibly could go get Sonny there at the linebacker position. Maybe they send a draft pick, to go get Brian Thomas Jr. and get him and Malik Neighbors back. That would be absolute insanity. Reaper, my apologies, brother. The chat is flying. I will find your super here. Give me a second, man. Let me see. And while I'm doing that, you guys, make sure you guys wipe them feet, get those likes up, and hit that subscribe button if you guys are not subscribed yet. I do not. Okay, I got it. Spy Tech, the real man. We got a good one. Thank God. Salute to my boy Christ is King on the 5 hours. Raider Reaper. N'Kobe, all right, Spy Tech, I'll eat crow. Do your thing, man. Another player that man. They're going the Graphk route right now. They went and got N'Kobe. They went and got Linderbaum. You love to see it. And I think that there's two sneaky pickups right here with Quay Walker and Jalen Naylor as well. Salute to my guy Reap. Ant says, if you have any connections, Michael Trick, Baylor, offensive beast. Raiders need him, 5th round gadget. Okay, Ant. I'll take a look. I'm not going to act as though I'm super familiar with him, but I'll definitely tap in and see who he is. Let me see. Trick, NFL draft. Tight end, 6'4". Oh yeah, I do know this kid. Yeah, okay. I've heard of Trick. Okay, 50 catches last year, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. Definitely an athletic freak. Averaged 13.9 a clip. Okay, definitely an athlete right there for sure. And I seen his face and instantly remember who he was. Let me see. Let me catch up in the comments section. Salute to my guy Bodega in the building, man. We definitely cooked, brother. Andy says, Ravens got Max, but at what cost? Their team has lost significantly this free agency period and just lost another piece. Oh, shit. So where'd Ardarius go? Where'd he go? Former 7th round pick out of TCU, I believe. Naylor and Kubiak were not together in Minnesota, Raymond. He came in the year after Kubiak left Minnesota. So they weren't there together. Let me see. Graphk, as it stands now, what do you think the starting defense is in the 3-4 pre-draft? That's a good question, bro. I got to really sit down and really do my homework right now and really give me a day. That's right. Let's talk about it tomorrow, brother. We can kind of go over what we have right now. I mean, Quay and N'Kobe are starters, right? So you got them. You got Stokes. He's a starter. I'm assuming at this point, Darian Porter's a starter in year 2. You got Teron Johnson was going to start in the nickel there for you. You paid Malcolm Koonce $11 million. I'm assuming that he'll be a piece out there to potentially start for you for year 1. I'm thinking, I don't know if Tyree's going to be a rotational piece, possibly. But we'll go over it. What I'll do is I'll bring up the 3-4 defense, a grid, and we'll kind of just like pinpoint where everybody is. Possibly, though, again, S-Ray, keep an eye on Brennan Jackson, man. And another guy who's going to thrive in this system, y'all? It's Tonka Hemingway, man. We keep forgetting about Tonka Hemingway. We're talking about all these pass rushers and all this other shit, and we keep forgetting to mention Tonka Hemingway, a guy that had a really good season for us last year in limited playing time. Tonka Hemingway is going to be a stud for us next season. I'm telling you now, man. I keep forgetting. We got Tonka, Brennan, Pegues, Tyree, Malcolm Koonce. Man, now Kwity Paye. Sometimes you don't have to just have a major pass rusher in Max Crosby where you pay him $30 million plus a year. You can just go out there and get a plethora of ball players, man, and get them out there and get some hungry dogs. That's it, man. And Tonka's going to be hungry. Pegues is going to be hungry. Still got Adam Butler on the roster as well. We keep forgetting about that. You know, we have a slew of players, man. Again, Brandon Jackson, I'm going to keep mentioning that name over and over and over again. Look, man, we don't need one guy to get 20 sacks. We need a bunch of guys to get numerous ones. And just like Die Hard said, there you go, sacks by committee. Facts. Facts. No reason for Sadiq at 14 at all. And I guess I'm kind of like one of the only people here that's not really that high on Sadiq. You know, I like Sadiq, but I'm not that high on him. People are acting as though this guy is going to be the next Brock Bowers. It's absolutely crazy to me. Like, look at the production from Sadiq and look at what Brock did at Georgia. It's just, they're not even close. It's not even close. But I like the kid. I think he'll be a good football player. And Thomas Booker as well, right? Book. A guy that we traded Jacorian Bennett with from Philly. I'm hyped. Steelers signed. Okay, that's a good fit for them. He wanted to be a number one back. I don't know if he's going to be a number one behind, you know, with Warren out there. But again, that'd be a nice 1-2 punch out there with Rico. With Rico and them. I think that'd be a good Warren and Rico. Nice little 1-2 punch out there in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's doing some good things, man. They're doing some good things. They added another receiver with DK through the trade, through trade with Indy. I like what Pittsburgh has done up to this point. Space says, hopefully the Rams take Sadiq at 13. Oh, yeah, 13. I keep saying 12. The Cowboys are at 12. Calvin Banks. Oh, my God, Omar. I don't know why you and Wasted are on. I was on a 30, 45-minute call with Wasted about Banks, Caleb Banks, and I don't. He thinks that he can be that guy. I don't. If they took him at 36 and they felt like he can be that guy moving forward, cool. I'm not a Caleb Banks guy. I'm just not. I'm not. Ron Justice, yes. Since Naylor, we've got Kwity Paye, pass rusher, Indianapolis Colts, former Michigan guy. We brought in Quay Walker, former Georgia Green Bay first-round pick, and Nakobe Dean, and Malcolm Koonce. A bunch of guys, man. A bunch of guys. You love to see it. Look at Hug in the chat, man. Salute to my guy, man. Hot take. We will record more sacks this year without Max. I don't think that's a hot take. The thing is, man, when you have a Max item that you can double and triple, right? Like sometimes he was taken out of games. I love Max. Again, he's one of the best pass rushers in football. But we've seen constantly, we were talking about this on the phone, like, damn, where's Max in this game? Shit, getting doubled and tripled over there, right? Like now you have a slew of different type of pass rushers. It's kind of like a pick your poison type scenario, you know? So, you know, I can see that. I can definitely see that. I mean, we didn't have a ton of them with him. So, you know what I mean? And that's no knock to Max. That's not his fault by any means. But again, S-Dot, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying that Caleb Banks ain't him. That's what I'm saying. You want to fight about it? He's not him. I don't care about a bull rush, senior scrimmage. I don't care about any of that shit. I don't. To me, he's not him. And I could be totally wrong. And I want y'all to call me on my shit if I am. But I'm not a fan of him, bro. A foot injury with a big man like that, I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't. I'm good, bro. Good S-Dot. A bull rusher. Punk ass, man. Salute to my brother S-Dot. I would love Chason next, bro. I haven't heard anything about him. And again, I don't know if they're going to pay, more money for another pass rusher. But we'll see. Possibly return, to New England. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if we're going to get Chason, though. I don't even know what that money would look like. If Koonce got 11, Kwity Paye got 16, I can only imagine what Chason is going to get on his next deal. Dante, and look, I'm cool with that. And he's not going to be a late round guy. But again, if you get him, I don't want to spend a first round pick on him. If they take him at 36 and they believe in him, cool, whatever. Look, I'll kick back and just hope it works out. But I'm not taking him with pick 14 to be crazy. It'd be crazy. Caden McDonald out of Ohio State, Christian Miller, Georgia. Not mad at that. Look at Spy Tech, man, over here kind of trolling Howie Roseman, man. You know, just taking the playbook, man. Them Georgia boys, man. You love to see it, man. Taking a nice little play out of Howie Roseman's playbook here. You love it, man. Phil caught the live earlier on the way to work, catching this on the way home. Plus Spy is cooking. Raiders. Salute to my guy, man. Salute to my guy, Phil. Son, I am working right now. Back up. We will go play catch again in a second. Give me a minute. I know what you were doing, son. I love you. I'll see you in a minute. My son, man, he came out to me. He had the pads on and the cleats on, and he football in his hand. He was ready to go, and I'm like, son, I got to go live again. So we will double back, son. Give me a minute. So get a few more questions in, you guys. Once again, we just hit that hour mark. We went live earlier for about almost 4.5, 5 hours. So again, you know, I just wanted to come kick it with you guys for a little bit and talk about these big signings, man. Koonce, 1-year deal. Nakobe, 3-year deal. Kwity Paye's in the mix now. Quay Walker's in the mix now. I'm hyped about this, dude. Like, this is honestly one of my favorite free agencies that I've ever seen as a Raider fan, man. Like, I didn't think that – I knew that Spy was going to go out there and cook. When you got Linderbaum, I was like, okay, things is possibly going to slow down here a little bit. You go out there and get Naylor. You bring Stokes back. You get all these bodies back to back to back. I mean, they announced Nakobe, Quay Walker, and Malcolm Koonce literally at the same time, you guys. Like, it was just boom, 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 boom. That's the way you go about your business. And I'm excited about that, man. I really, truly believe, you know, that Spy Tech is going to build a contender. It's not going to be a 3-4 year type thing. They're building a really good football team right now. And then once we get into the draft, if some of these second year and third year guys can translate, we might be on to something here, you guys. We really may be on to something here. So again, man, salute to my guys. Live tomorrow, you guys. We'll definitely be doing a coffee and convo, breaking everything down, Raider related. I don't think we're done just yet. I want to do some homework to kind of see where we are with the salary cap also. And then we'll break some things down on the show tomorrow morning. So stay tuned. We have a Wednesday show already set up. And again, I'll be setting one up right after this for tomorrow. And we're going to talk everything Raiders. Salute to Rube on the way out. Lil Graphk trying to get a contract right now. He sees those motherfuckers flying. He's trying to get his pops a new crib. Talk that talk, my brother. Salute to Rube. Johnny Kicknuts. I'm not going to do a mock right now, brother. I'm going to go spend some time with my son. And I haven't even ate yet today either. I got to eat something real quick. But tomorrow we'll do a mock with all of our new additions, and we'll break it down, you know, and we'll go about it that way. But other than that, man, as always, appreciate you guys so much. Great time to be a Raider fan. Salute to everybody here in the chat. Almost 4,000 people strong. Get those likes up. Hit that subscribe button, you guys. We're almost to 3,000 subscribers. I mean, 30,000 subscribers, man. Again, I cannot do this without you guys. You guys have been running those numbers up like crazy. I appreciate you. Other than that, love y'all. Let's go. Raiders!